Maybe you've seen these animals on a diaper before, or the third one with the husky. Because this diaper comes in a total of 3 prints, you can see the 2 leaning against the package here, and the picture shows number 3, which is the husky. He is probably the most famous trademark of PeekABU diapers. You often see him in pictures, felt far more often than the other 2. However, you can't choose the motif. The pack is filled with the 3 prints one after the other, so you get about 1/3 of each animal. Since there are 10 in each pack, you have each motif 3 times and one 4 times. This principle is not new. If you've seen my other videos on diapers from ABU, you already know this, and Dry Nights does it similarly, but with 2 different colors instead of 3 pieces. The package is significantly shorter than you know it from other ABDL diapers. Here you can see it on the basis of the little paws, which are also from ABU, but also from other manufacturers such as Under the Sea. Both are several centimeters longer, and that although also 10 pieces are included. Thus, the PeekABU must either be much more compressed, or they are thinner. We will find out together in a moment. That's just by the way. I took the comparison with purely because I noticed the comparatively small package, especially with ABDL diapers I have not seen so often. The last diaper in such a small package of 10 that I can remember is the My Diaper. Otherwise, the packaging is as you would expect from many other products, a thick, clear film with printing. Accordingly, it is highly recommended to choose a neutral package when ordering them. The PeekABU are actually quite tight in the package. You do not get the first ones out so well and have to be careful not to unintentionally pull out more with them. The best way to do this is to generously tear open or cut open the packaging film. Unfortunately, it is not pre-cut. The tearing is therefore tedious and I would recommend scissors, but of course carefully so that you do not damage the diapers. The diapers themselves are covered with a film. There is a hard plastic on top of it at the front in the adhesive area so that the reusable adhesives will hold. They feel comparatively thin, though of course it depends on what you're comparing to. Because the little paws are thicker, the pack of them is longer. In terms of absorbency, the PeekABU should hold up more than the little paws, at least according to the ISO lab value from the manufacturer. The adhesives are resealable, as you'd expect in this price range, and the leakage protection around the edges is high enough to reinforce the diaper with additional absorbent pads, boosters they're also called. You may have heard, I plan to do a video on this soon too. Printed is the PeekABU only in the front on the adhesive area. The print extends to the sides. Underneath it is completely white up to the bottom. Some of you do not like this and prefer diapers that are completely printed, so what is of course a matter of taste and it is no problem at all. What of it you prefer? There are plenty of diapers that are more discreet or more printed. From the same manufacturer is the already mentioned Little Paws, a good example. It is completely printed. Who wants to look at this more closely? You can find a video on my channel. It was the last test, so it is not long ago. There is nothing to complain about the adhesives as I find. They are the usual reusable adhesives, which are standard for colored diapers from about the middle price range. It feels like they stick a little stronger over time. In any case, they hold the diaper securely, don't slip and certainly don't tear off. If you want to make the diaper a little tighter or have it suboptimally taped, it is easily possible to loosen the adhesives and reposition them. Only dirty or oily fingers should not have it of course straight, otherwise the adhesive strength suffers. If that should be the case, because you work for example in a workshop or for other reasons may not have completely clean hands when changing diapers, here I recommend diapers with Velcro. In another video I have compared different types of adhesives. You can also watch if you are interested. By the way, this time I also weighed the empty diaper and package. I think that might be helpful in estimating how thick a diaper is and how voluminous. A single diaper is just under 200 grams, the whole pack of 10 plus the packaging weighs in at just over 1.9 kilograms. Here you can see why the package was comparatively light. Other diapers weigh a few hundred grams more with the same number of pieces. You notice that, especially if the package also looks smaller. The wetting worked in most cases. As subscribers to the channel, you surely know how the practical test goes. I wet the diaper for so long and sit down a short time later until it runs out. Currently still without body, that comes later. The results were different. Despite a good fit, there were sometimes problems and she started leaking already at about 1.6 kilograms. Maximum was a good 1.7 kilograms possible, mind you, I always tested with sitting down, which is the most difficult for the diaper. If you stand, many diapers hold out even more, but you will not do that all the time, if you wear a diaper for several hours. Compared with the previously tested is a good average, but I honestly expected more. The little paws I had already tried before, it is not only thicker and wider in the cut, but also holds again significantly more. The 2 kilogram mark was cracked with the best result. This is surprising, since the PeekABU should be able to withstand a bit more according to the lab test. However, it seems to me that it cannot exhaust this capacity. Especially when it is already full, it then drips on the legs. I had that with her more often than with the little paws. The little paws is on top of the front and right pile, respectively, so you can see both in direct comparison. The little paws is already from the outside a little higher quality, because it has a wetness indicator, which also fits well into the design and does not look like a foreign body. In addition, the diaper is completely printed, even on the sides. The PeekABU against it as already mentioned only in front on the adhesive field. A pack of 10 PeekABU costs €35.95. There was a hefty price increase. For quite a while, you could get a pack for over €10 less if you ordered from third-party stores in the EU. Around €3.60 for a single diaper is a hefty price, especially when you compare it to the absorbency. A North Shore Megamax costs around €10 less per pack, making a unit price of just €2.59. In return, however, the Megamax holds out considerably more. One can argue against this. The Megamax is only one color and not colorfully printed. That's right, it's only an alternative if suction performance is the main focus. On the other hand, those who value colorful imprints have plenty to choose from, without having to change manufacturers. Little Paws, already shown, is the much better alternative in my opinion. It is wider cut, nevertheless not too hard and scores with a clearly higher suction achievement, without for it more money to require. On the contrary, a packing Little Paws cost with €31.95, nevertheless €4 less than with PeekABU. The unit price is around €3.20. The Little Paws still costs more than other absorbent diapers like the Megamax, but for the extra charge you get a completely colorful printed diaper, which is also one of the few with paws to indicate the wetness in the diaper. Here, everyone can think for themselves whether they are willing to pay such a surcharge for colorful motifs, or prefer to take the cheaper ones. The PeekABU has disappointed me and I find that a pity, because I liked especially the Husky. At the former price would have been fine, but for around €36 per pack, it is in my opinion much too overpriced. Here either the diaper must hold more, or be cheaper. Average performance at a price far above average is not okay. The PeekABU is the most expensive diaper I've tested so far. You have to roll with the punches. Even the Chest Elite briefs were cheaper and could absorb much more. However, these approximately 1.9 kilos could only be achieved with the PeekABU when it already leaked significantly. Now I am curious about your opinion. Write in the comments if you already had the PeekABU and what you think of this diaper.